most people watching right now are watching on YouTube. So it's a major source for engagement. If you're doing live streams like this, it's huge. I'll get live streaming stuff in a bit, but so it's huge. You can run ads. I don't have. I couldn't find data, but Trump claimed that he was going to flood YouTube with ads on election day. But I couldn't find the data on whether that happened and how much he spent and things like that when I was looking. The other side of YouTube and ads is there's people like me who pay not to have them. So I have YouTube Premium or Red or whatever it's called these days, and so you can pay to not have it, to not see the ads. So that's a general kind of overview. There's a lot of discussion, and the discussion is 100% on point in general, that people are, Greens and progressives are putting way too much emphasis on social media and way too little emphasis on organizing. We need to be in the streets. We need to be talking in our communities. We need to be building relationships. I used to work as a community organizer, and the largest voting bloc almost every election is non-voters, and they're largely not apathetic. They're alienated. They're tired of politicians lying to them. They're tired of being complicit in their own oppression. They're tired of voting, for people who are harming them. And sometimes sometimes you vote for someone who will harm you less, but they're frustrated and tired of voting for their own destruction. And so I remember when I was a community organizer in 2012, I was working for a national for SEIU, and they wanted us really pushing people to oppose to protest on Romney's nomination. And I kept trying to tell them, the people in my neighborhood, the 15,000 doors that we've knocked in my town of 110,000, those people aren't going to vote for Romney. They're not going to vote, right? They're going to stay home because they have had a Democratic president. They have had a Democratic governor. They have had, the Democrats, they've gotten a worse lot year after year after year under the Democrats. And I live in Illinois. I'm in a very blue state. So the danger wasn't that they were going to vote for Romney. The danger was that they were going to stay home, and they were. So people are tired of it. People want a truly new path, which is why it's really important as Greens and as independent socialists that we aren't just a gradation of the Democratic Party. If we're just 2% left of Bernie Sanders, why not follow Bernie? Why not fall in line with Bernie Sanders? It's 2%, right? And that was there was a substantive difference with Howie's campaign, where we were running an eco-socialist campaign that called for socialization of major industries, that called for a $42 trillion Green New Deal. So it's really, really important that we differentiate ourselves, and that we offer a real solution. And if we do that, people will start listening. But at the same time, the people in the people in frontline communities, people in working class communities, people in Black and brown communities, they've been told lies every few years, right? People come in and tell them what they're going to do. They have no reason to trust a politician. Republican, Democrat, Green, Socialist, it doesn't matter. They have no reason to trust a politician. It's not a rational thing for them to do, right? So if we want to break through that, and we have to break through that, the non-voters are the key to independent socialist growth, right? They are the absolute key to it. We have to build relationships, and that means not just coming out in the election, right? I saw someone ask about 2024 earlier. The work to do better in 2024 is right now. It's right now. It's building green locals. It's building our infrastructure. It's growing our membership. That's the key. And to do it, it's not about doing that is not done through social media posts. It's been said, knocking on doors. It's done by knocking on doors. It's done by talking to people. It's done by showing up when there's a struggle in your community, putting your feet on the ground and your skin in the game, right? That is what grows the party. Social media is a tool to do it, and we really, really need to, understand that if we're going to have any hope. Um, that said, if when you are out there on the ground doing it, make sure that people know you're doing it. I know a lot of greens that have great workshops, that have great presentations, that bring on amazing people, and only the 3 people in the room got to see it, right? Only the few people that showed up got to see it, right? Make sure you're streaming it like this, right? If you're not streaming it, make sure you're recording it and uploading it to social media. Get that information out. The Green New Deal is about I think 4 times bigger than Bernie's. Solize. So there's tools out there that can help you do that. We're on a platform called StreamYard right now. Let's see if I can find it. Powered by StreamYard. We don't have that up there, but you can use StreamYard for free. If you do, you'll have that little powered by StreamYard guy. But for $15 a month, you can have none of it. We use StreamYard, like I said, right now. It's going to Facebook, it's going to YouTube, it's going to Twitter, and it's going to Twitch. Cat's coming. Hi. This is Mikhail. Mikhail's going away. So you can use StreamYard. Like I said, you can use it. Starts for free, and you can pay to get things like that watermark taken off. There's also OBS Studio, which is another free one. So make sure if you're doing good work, you've got to let the world know, and social media is a way to do it. Facebook especially. Image is better than text. Video is better than image, and streaming is better than video, right? In the Facebook world, video is king and streaming is God, according to their algorithm, right? So if you're gonna, I always get in debates with Greens where they say, well, let's do it on Zoom, and I always ask, what are you going to get out of Zoom that you can't get out of a stream where you can reach more people? So it's important that we get ourselves out there. Social media is a key part to it.